Hey guys, today is May 9th of 2021, and I wanted to do a quick video before tomorrow's open on the market and Cameco CCJ. There's a lot of things that I see that are very bullish, and then there's a few little things that I see that are bearish. So I wanted to give you a quick heads up, just in case things get ugly next week. This could be a possible cause for it. But if nothing happens, then, I'm looking for higher prices. So without any further delay, let's get into it. First off, I want to get into our summary, our monthly summary. As you can see, all the oscillators are bullish. New summary right here, buy and moving averages are all positive on the monthly. So everything looks good in the monthly chart. If we go into our weekly, you can see that everything oscillators are in buy mode. Weekly is very, very strong. As you can see, moving averages are strong also. But very bullish. The trend is positive. And on the daily, nothing is negative. No sell signals. Everything is buy, strong buy, strong buy. So everything looks good. So I want to start off with something positive. Now looking at the monthly chart, you can see that now we had that nice explosion. Volume strong. Possible target could be this 2127, which is that 200 SMA. And you can see that right here we have a target up here too. But the SMA I'm looking for. If we go into the weekly, you can see that we got 1, 2, 3, and three is continuing, projecting higher. If we put our linear regression channels, you can see that from right here, we hit the midpoint of this projection target. So the low was 1962, which we hit from here. The high range of this target is 2092, and we just kissed the midpoint, which is 2025. If we look at our monthly, you can see that we're almost kissing the linear regression channel again. This is the weekly. And you can see balanced volume is still positive. If we go into the daily, you can see it even closer. We almost extended over the linear regression channel. And on the daily, you can see that we're working on wave 5. Potential target even higher, which is at 2110. But everything is kind of in this ballpark, target-wise. Can it go higher? Yes, it could continue going higher. Using the Fibonacci's, you can see that right here, we were off by the 1.618, 2038. And if we continue going higher using the Fib extensions, there's another 1.618, which is 2164. Overall, everything looks good. Now let's go into other chart, action and reaction lines. You can see that we came out of this rut and we're pushing higher, open space. Chances are we could probably hit this line right here, reaction line, if we continue going higher. Our pitchfork, we found support at the 50, blew through the 75 right here. You can see that it's respecting it. And the target is the top of the pitchfork, which would be right here. We continue going higher, somewhere around here, we'll be hitting some resistance. So you can see it was here. Probably is going to be somewhere around here. Using our ABCD geometry pattern, you can see that there's a target of 2314, and the date for that is somewhere between the 19th or the 20th, somewhere around there, 18, 19, around there for 2314. That remains to be seen, but this is what the geometric pattern is indicating. So time will tell if that's going to pan out or not. Our Gann fans, you can see that we're now above the 1/2. So we regained ground. We can stay above there. That should be positive into the future. And using our Fib extensions, you can see that we hit the 300 right here, which is at 2019. And we kind of stalled. the Gann speed lines, you can see that we're above the half. So we blew through 300. So everything is open air. We had to adjust. Now we have to adjust the Gann speed and the fib extensions to get more price levels. Using the Dewey cycles, you can see that from right here of the 26, it was projecting price action higher, and now it stalls on May 17th. There's a cluster of dates that I've been looking at, and I'll be showing you later. If there's any dates in May that I'm concerned, there's probably going to be 2 as of right now. So there's May 17th, sorry. The Gann swing, positive, also here. Of 3-day Gann swing, positive. And composite of the Dewey cycle, positive. So prices, I'm expecting higher prices. And then we'll see when we get to May 17. Using the Gann square of 9, you can see that right here. We hit 1971 on March 16, and Friday we hit somewhere around 2025 around here, almost close to 2030, which is the 0 or the 180 degree. There's going to be resistance level. If we could blow right through there, then targets will be that 2080 all the way to the 2090. So that's our next level. And if we continue going through there, the next target will be 2150. And is there anything else? Oh, okay, so we adjusted the fib extension now. This is our 0, 100. And now these are the targets: 2132, 31, 23, and 2393. So 200 extension. Same thing here with the Gann speed. It's looking very good from the November 4th swing low to these pivots. And these are the levels for possible targets to the upside. Same thing, 2393 at the top of the range. And I think that's it. There's another thing I wanted to show you guys. So these are 2 dates I have that I'm watching. The 11th, this is the 7th, this is the earnings report. This is the weekend, and the market 10th. So I have this date here. This one because of the vibration level, which is right here. But I don't know what day is the 13th. 13th is a Thursday. And the 17th is next Monday. And then the 18th is Tuesday right here. These are the ones that I'm eyeing on. The 17, 18, and 19. These 3 is just kind of like a cluster of I showed you earlier. And this is a vibration level right here. So the 18 is strong. There's a lot of stuff on the 17th and the 19th. So this is a really important week. And then on the 11th. Those are a few dates that I have on my radar. And another thing I want to show you on seasonalities, right here, using stock charts. If we go all the way to the beginning, you can see that May is a very bullish month, very strong. In June, very bearish. These are the seasonalities. So it says percents of months in which CCJ closed higher than it opened from 1996 to 2015. And if you go all the way over here, from 2002 to 2021, there's a percentage of 55. So, and price action is already reflecting that. You know, will it stall here? It could. Can it go higher? It still could. Nothing is stopping it from going higher as of right now. Okay, and then lastly, we got our cycles. And this is where I get a little more concerned. So we have let's start with the annual. As you can see, it's topped out right here, but this remains to be seen if it's going to turn. One thing I do want to say is that sometimes cycles don't have an effect on a market when it's trending. So when it's trending, sometimes the cycles don't play out, or they don't play out at all. because when it's a trending market, it's just on its own course and its own objective. So I want to just put that out there. As you can see, this is the annual cycle, and you can see that some of it were good, some of them were a little off. You can see right here was good. It went up here and it started projecting lower, but found this low here. So you can kind of see, get an idea how this cycle played out in the past. And so far right here, now there's a turn. So we'll see. Will it turn this week? That remains to be seen. So that's one of my concerns. Spectrum analysis, using a composite of all these 4 cycles. You can see that right here, there's a turning point. And you can see in the past how it has behaved. Some were good, some were off. Like right here, it peaked and it was pushing lower. And now we're going up here. So this is where we're at right now with that. Which the composite and the annual cycle kind of line up together. And then let's continue. There's a harmonic right here that we get a hit on the 11th, which lines up with some other stuff I'm looking at. So that's a date that I have a concern into May. And I think that's it for here. I'm not going to show you the computer because there's really nothing going on. I was just here. This is in June, so that remains to be seen. And then lastly, we can show you there's one technique I learned from Yuri. It's the 128. And if you use these key swing points, there's something coming up on the 10th. So that will be Monday. I just have that there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I figure I'd show it because it's important when it plays out. Call it 128 technique. And then the Fourier string, which is interesting, from the low here to this low here, you can see how it projected into the future. And it was pretty good. I think this was the best projection forecast line compared to all the ones I've been seeing as of late. And if the patterns are playing out and Cameco's in sync with this Fourier string using the harmonic of 3, you can see that over here on the 14th. I'm around here, 13, 14, it kind of tops out and then projects lower. So that remains to be seen also. So let's see how this week how it plays out. Let's see. Okay, this one I have to zoom in. But you can kind of get an idea. The green is a seasonal with the annual together. And this is mid, fast, or I have it in reverse. And then the blue is the annual. You see how it danced around price action. But this is the important one coming up now. We'll get closer. All of them are topping out here. The annual, it's already topped out. The decimal annual together, which is the green, is topping out this week. And using some quant analysis, it says that from the 9th all the way to the 23rd, price action has a tendency to fall lower, and there's an 84% chance of that. So that remains to be seen. This is where I kind of say this is more like the bearish side of things. So there's 2 camps. A lot of the cycles and everything looks like it wants to go higher. And then the natural cycles, some of the fixed cycles, and I don't know if I even played or showed my esoteric cycle. This one kind of tops out on the 17th. So there's a couple of hits out here too. Remember the 17, 18, and 19. And so far it was good. It was saying it was going to project higher. Now kind of dwindles and goes lower, but this one goes really far deep into July. That remains to be seen. But other than that, these are the the bearish signs I'm seeing for next week. So what I recommend, just if you're long term, there's going to be some volatility. If you're long term and it goes down, then be a great buying opportunity once it settles down and then continues going up. If it doesn't turn down and it continues going higher, then price action is going to do its thing, and it's not going to follow any natural or fixed or astral cycle. It's going to do its own thing. If you're like a swing trader, scalping, just want to get in and out, then I would recommend tightening your stops. But if you get nervous or whatever and things start turning next week, then you just have to manage your risk, see what's best for you. But I'm just showing you what I see. And, I'm long term, so I don't care what happens if it turns down. If it turns down, I get happier because then I could get some more at a cheaper price. But if it continues going higher, I'm happy too because I'm making money with it too also. So I'm not really too concerned, unless you're playing options and stuff like that. That's a whole different game plan. I'm just focused on, turning points, looking into the future and seeing the probability and the statistics and the analysis of, doing this research. So hopefully this helped. I know there's a lot of people kind of worried and concerned. They know that June and July are kind of ugly. And they know that, everything is just so extended, pushing higher. And, they don't want to give in profits or whatever, So the worst thing you could do is just, not have any stops. So if you can't sleep at night or whatnot. I'm going to sign out. I don't want to make this too long, but I figure, somebody out there that's following Cameco, this might kind of help them out. If things get weird and ugly this week, they kind of have an idea, the probabilities of things happening. And if nothing happens, then, we're merry, we're happy. Things are going to continue going higher and better and, just ride the wave up. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you liked this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on Cameco using the Gann price and time technical analysis.